I'm about to show you the best Gengar deck in TCG Pocket as of today, the 28th of December, 2024.
What's up, guys? It's me, Mochi. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so I can eat.
Now, there are some decks floating around on YouTube or on other websites which are actually kind of similar to this, but the difference is that they run 2 Gengar EXs and a couple of other minor changes. I think that I have found the sweet spot here, running 1 Gengar EX and 1 Gengar Non-EX. So quickly running through the deck list, we of course are running 2 Ghastlies, 2 Haunters, 2 Gengars, 2 Jinx, 2 Sigiliths, and then for supporters we have 2 Sabrinas, 2 Leafs, and 2 Oaks. And for item cards, we are just running the 2 Mythical Slabs and 2 Pokeballs. Now going back to the Gengars, we are running 1 Non-EX Gengar and 1 EX Gengar. And why is that? Well, regular Gengar is a very good card which nobody runs. It has 130 HP, only takes 1 psychic energy to get going. It does 50 damage, and its attack Bother actually has the same effect as Gengar's passive Shadowy Spellbind. So your opponent can't use any supporter cards from their hand during their next turn. This Gengar can be on your field a lot earlier than Gengar EX. This is actually a very good card to have in your back pocket. And a lot of the time it is actually better to have this because this allows you to get energies into your Jinx, into your Sigilith if you started that way. And that means if this dies, particularly to a high energy opponent like a Mewtwo or a Celebi, that means your Jinx is on the bench ready to come in and do massive damage and in retribution. Gengar EX by the same token is an okay card in its right. I think it's a good card. It's not a great card. It has 170 HP, which I think is pretty nice. It's out of kill range for a lot of current meta mons. It has the ability Shadowy Spellbind I talked about, which has the same effect as Bother. And its attack Spooky Shot for a 3 psychic cost does 100 damage. I think in its current state, you need to have a very good supporting deck to make this card viable against a lot of the meta. And that's what I believe I've done. Psychic decks have the highest draw power of any typing in the game currently. That is because of Sigilith, which yes is like Meowth, but we've also been given the brand new item card Mythical Slab, and in conjunction, it allows you to get through your entire deck very, very quickly. Sigilith is a good Pokemon with 80 HP and only a 1 energy cost to use Spike Draw, which draws you an additional card. Mythical Slab, by the same token, is a very good card in this deck in particular because this deck is very heavy on Psychic Pokemon. Mythical Slab allows you to check the top card of your deck, and if it's a Psychic Pokemon, you can put it into your hand. In total, this deck has 10 Psychic Pokemon, which does give you some incredible value with Mythical Slab. So if on turn 1, you've drawn a Professor Oak and a Pokeball, once you've used those 2 cards, you have a very, very high chance of drawing one of your Psychic Pokemon. So in terms of the way this deck should play out, the main aim of the game is to ideally start with your Sigilith, which gives you the intense draw power to draw through your deck quickly. In conjunction, you want to be drawing as much as you can with your Oaks and your Pokeballs, and you want to be using that Mythical Slab where possible. While Sigilith is on the bench farming you draws, ideally your opponent's not doing something too spooky. If they are, you might have to assess how you play that particular game. But depending on what you've drawn in the early game, you should be focusing on building up your first Ghastly and Haunter. And if you have both your Gengar EX and regular Gengar in your hand, you might have to make a decision based on what your opponent is doing with what you actually do. Maybe it's better off if you use the regular Gengar because you need damage quickly, or maybe you're versing an Alakazam like me in this game where the 1 energy cost Gengar is much better than the 3 energy cost Gengar. I had a winning streak. We won 9 games and we lost 1. And we also did manage to beat the Gengar deck, which you might be seeing pumped on other YouTube channels at the moment as being probably the best Gengar deck, which runs 2 EXs. We actually did beat that deck in a 1v1, and that entirely was because we ran the Non-EX Gengar, which in my opinion, again, gives you the competitive edge against the other Gengar decks. My last game was against a Gengar deck as well. Back-to-back fucking Gengar mirrors. That's so funny. I beat the last guy. He was running like the new like YouTuber Gengar deck. So it'd be interesting to see if this person's running the same deck, which is very similar to my deck, except it runs Mew EX. And it runs 2 Gengar EXs. Yeah, it's just looking like it's probably like the normie Gengar deck. I feel like 2 EXs just like doesn't have like the flexibility that you need. Would have rather got an Oak first, because this is kind of annoying if we do exactly what I was about to say, which is Mythical Slab our Oak away. That's fine. We do have the draw power here. We need our Haunters. If our lad here has already got his Haunters, we'll be at a disadvantage at Gengar. Probably Jinx will come out next. I don't think he'd field a second Ghastly. So what I'm going to do here is just straight away start setting my Jinx up. Because if this guy's going to set his on-field Ghastly up, then that tells me that next turn I can kill it. Because next turn is just going to be Haunter, right? So what I need to do here is just get damage into it. And it's either go to retreat and waste a turn, or I get the kill next turn with Jinx. So straight away, like, this dude's not playing very intelligently. Like, he probably should have just retreated to the bench first turn and, like, started playing Sigilith. All right, I'll just be ready and waiting to kill you next turn, if that's what you really want. All right. He clued on. He clued on. I mean, this is still a 2-turn kill here on Sigilith. But it does give him a bit of ascendancy to get his Gengar ready now. All right, so what I need to do is just scare him a little bit. I'm going to put my main boy out. All right. So what we want to do here is I think we want a Sabrina. We're going to be losing the Gengar race, but that's fine. No point getting damage into Mew here. Not yet, anyway. Maybe I should try an American accents. Do I have Mew? No, Mew. Dude, John, you're running the normie deck that this dude's running. You're running the normie Gengar deck. I'm telling you, you don't need Mew in this deck. I'm telling you, Mew in this deck is not good. You just GM hacked a Venusaur for the dub. But if you were running standard Gengar, you would have won already. You would have run one before Venusaur got out. Run 1 EX, 1 non-EX Gengar, 2 Jinx, 2 Sigilith. And you would thank me later. Yeah, I think Homie's definitely got his Gengar. He's probably just missing his Haunter. All right, it's time to get into a car race game, chat. We are now playing a car race game. Okay, that's actually pretty solid. Gonna get this so we can pump out our last cards. I mean, look at that, man. The draw power of this deck is crazy from both sides. 2 and 3 cards left. All right, this is good because now he's gonna put his Mew out. No. All right, the best way to play this is Sabrina next turn. No, that'll be potentially bad for me. But that's a single retreat into Gengar who gets the Ascendancy. Ooh, this is actually a bit of a tricky one. I mean, if I Sabrina him, he puts Mew on. I do, if I switch in Gengar, I do 100 into Mew, he switches out, gives 100 into my Gengar, which is bad. I'm on the negative. I kind of actually need my second Jinx on the bench. I'm guaranteed to get my second Gengar here if I just Oak. Okay, wait, hang on. This is the play. And this is why 2 Gengars, 1 EX, 1 non-EX is good. If that was another EX, he would have done nothing for me. Right. Perfect. Perfect, dude. What we're going to do is hit him to 120. We get the 50 chip. He's banned from supporters too. Next turn, he takes the kill. All right, so Jinx is going to hit him for, what, 90? I think I think we can probably make this work. All right, so he has to retreat in the second Gengar. Second Gengar comes in, spooky shorts. I spooky short. I mean, it's still going to be a bit of a game of checkers here. So we can't Sabrina me here. So we have the Ascendancy because of Shadowy Spellbind. So he can't Sabrina me out. He has to bring on what, like a Mew? I think we unironically should win this. I mean, once I hit this Mew down, I can Sabrina for the win next turn. If he doesn't put Gengar in. Because he's going to put his second Mew in, right? So, like, we hit the Mew to 30. He's going to put his other Mew in. Because he can't afford to put the other Gengar in. I Sabrina and we win. He's going to have to retreat into the other Mew. I think we're chilling, man. I think that Gengar Non-EX was the diff. Pivots into the other Mew. But Gengar's not on field. So I can Sabrina him out and get the W. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. What was that about the potion being GG's? Easiest game of my life. Wasn't even close. So that is going to be the video, guys. Let me know what you think on my take on the Gengar EX deck. I'm telling you, this deck has extremely good results. I think this is by far and wide much better than running 2 regular Gengar EXs. I think this is also a better deck than my Gengar deck I showcased the other day, which had 2 no EX Gengars. I think this is actually the sweet spot for Gengar. Give it a go and let me know how you go. And if you have any comments, advice, feedback, drop them in the comments below. I'll have a read and I'll respond to you as soon as I can. But that's it, guys. Goodbye from me and goodbye from my boy Mochi. And please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for the next one. And your likes and comments do make a difference. It helps YouTube know that you like my videos and helps them push it out to more people. So again, I would really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas, a happy holidays. And if I don't see you and you don't watch one of my videos before then, have a fantastic and wonderful and safe New Year's. Until next time, catch you later, guys.